Welcome to Milagro. Today we are going to discuss the SmartWait application and how to use it. The first thing you'd want to do is go to your app store and search for Milagro SmartWait. Once you found the app, go ahead and hit the download button to download the application. And once you've done that, go ahead and tap on the app. If this is your first time, you would just simply hit sign up here at the bottom of the page. You would complete the requested information by entering your first and last name, a good email address, your company name, phone number, a domain name. Please be sure to use no spaces, and if you want to make it easier, just use your website here, but do not use www or the .com. So in this case, the website that you have chosen would be milagrocompany.milagro.ca. Enter a password and then hit sign up now. You will now receive an email with a one-time password that you would need in order to continue. So now we'll go ahead and hit continue. And we would enter the one-time password that we received from our email. Press continue. And now we're actually going to complete the setup wizard. Choose the type of business. Go ahead and choose your company structure. Enter your company name and information. And once you have completed the information, press continue. From this page, you can actually set up multiple locations or a single location. So we'll go ahead and complete the information here. So we went ahead and gave it a name of downtown location. Chose a 4-digit unit number. For central time zone, we've selected Chicago. Went ahead and entered our address, city, state, and zip. And if we need to add more locations, we just simply add another location here. If not, we'll go ahead and press continue. This will bring you to the app selection. All the apps that are by default included in your subscriptions are already checked, including SmartWait. You would just go ahead and enter your payment information and hit submit, and this will complete your registration. One thing to note is that the SmartWait is unique per location. However, you can have unlimited number of iPads per location. Continuing on, you should have received a series of device codes for this location. Please enter one of your device IDs here. Hit verify, and now you would enter your email address and password to log in to the SmartWait application. We've gone ahead and entered our credentials, hit login, and that should bring you right to the homepage of Milagro. So now the first thing we want to do is set up our floor plan here and add our servers. So go ahead and tap on floor plan. You could add a new floor plan by hitting this icon here. We'll go ahead and give it a name. We'll hit save. You could start adding your tables. Just simply hit any of the shapes that you'd want. Enter the capacity of the table. You could move it around. You could also resize the table if you want. And you can add unlimited number of tables. So now that we're set up our table layout, we can hit save, and that will now save our table layout. So notice here at the bottom, you have all of your different table layouts. So this is the one that we just created. Here on the top, you could also go to a complete list view, half and half, split view, or you could go to full table view. So now we're going to go to our server section. We'll just leave it on split view, add a server. So we're going to go ahead and enter the server's first name, last name, choose a color, and hit save. So you would continue to do that for all of your servers. If you tap on the server name, you could actually assign them tables by hitting the table assignment button. And then we can go ahead and select all the tables that is assigned to that server. So now you notice that you have their initial on those tables. If you want to update it, just tap on the name of the server, tap on that, and you'll be able to assign them to more tables or remove the tables if you just simply tap on the table again. In the server section, you can also see the number of people that each server has served. So for example, this column shows the number of parties that they have served. This is the number of people that they have served. And the top number is current open tables. And then the bottom number is the beginning to current time status of the shift. So in this case, this server Jack Dorsey has 6 parties, 1 cover, and here from the beginning of the shift till now they have 26 parties and 5 covers. Continuing on, we'll hit the waitlist, top right, add to the waitlist. We're going to go ahead and enter a phone number. So we have a quick area code here which you can set up from the cloud. More on that later. 639-0123. And notice that if the phone number matches, it will automatically allow you to tap the customer's name, enter the number of people in the party. Here you could actually select multiple options, and again, this can be set up from the cloud. More on that later as well. So we'll hit bar, done, and we can go ahead and hit save. Oh, we didn't select the wait time. So we'll go ahead and do that, hit save. And now that person is added to the waitlist. Some useful information here. So this shows you how many people are in this party and their name and their coded wait time. If you assign them a table, which you could do by just tapping on their name and hitting assign and hitting save, it would automatically fill that in as well. Here on the top, you have a running count of number of parties. So 1 or 2 parties, you have 1 person. And then if you have 3 to 4 parties and then 5+ parties, and the running count will continuously update for you here. So if we tap on the customer's name, now we have a series of options. We've talked about table assignment already. If you want to notify the customer, you just tap notify, and it says, are you sure you want to notify the customer? Then it will send them a text message that will say your table's ready. Please check in with the hostess, for example. If they're here, you could actually check them in by hitting check in. So I can check them in, or I can check them in and seat them at the same time. So we'll go ahead and just hit check in, and notice that the color changed here, indicating that the customer is here and has already checked in. You could also do that by swiping to the right, and you could mark them as, you could check them in, or you could mark them as late. So if I mark them as late, it will change to yellow. And now I'm going to check them in again, and it will change to purple. So that's a quick, easy way to find out who's here already waiting at the restaurant and who has called in and said they're running late. Tapping on the customer name will also show us how long they've been waiting for. So this customer has been waiting for 12 minutes and we coded them 5 to 10 minutes. So if we want to go ahead and seat them, we'll go ahead and tap the seat option. Because we have pre-assigned the seat, it's asking us if we want to seat them on 9 or we want to select a different table. We'll go ahead and select a different table. So in this case, we'll choose, we'll remove 9 and we'll go ahead and seat them on table 7. So now that customer is actually seated at that table, and you can see that the timer has started. If we go ahead and tap on that, it will show us the customer who's seated and all the relevant table information. From here, we can actually go ahead and change tables. So we can deselect table 7, move them to table 10. So that will automatically move the customer, and notice that table 7 automatically changed to red, indicating that the table is dirty. I can go ahead and tap on that table and mark it as open. And tapping on table 10, we can see that Richard Parker is moved there. And if I tap on Richard Parker, it will show me the details of that customer. Hitting back will take me back to the main view of the customer. Moving on to the reservation section, if we hit the RSVP option and hit add reservation, or you could also go from the waitlist and change it from here. We could enter a phone number, same type of information will populate here. So this way the customer's information automatically populates, their email, first name, last name, everything is already there. We'll ask for number of parties that they have, and we'll go ahead and select the date and time they want to come in. And then you would hit save, and that will save that customer's reservation. Customers can also make reservations online, and that automatically will sync to the tablet. So every time a reservation is made online, will automatically get pushed to your tablet. If we go ahead and hit the calendar option here, notice that the 10th is a different color, indicating that we have reservations on that day. And if we go ahead and tap on that, you'll notice that's the reservation we just made. And tapping on the customer information here will show us the relevant information about that reservation. So here we can edit the reservation detail, or we can also go ahead and pre-assign the customer to a table for that day. And notice this is saying that the table only has 4 seats, but we're assigning a party of 8. Are you sure you want to continue? We'll just go ahead and force it and hit continue. Here on the top, on a daily basis, you will get a running count. So we have 1 guest, 8 covers. That's because this person has 8 people in their party. As more reservations come in, the numbers will automatically update. And you can also go back and forth by simply hitting the left and right arrows here. All of your reservations will automatically also be added to the wait list 15 minutes prior to their arrival, so they will automatically move from the RSVP section to the waitlist section here. If you wanted to view the history of your seated people, you just hit on seated, and that will show you all the people who have been seated. Notice this has a red calendar, which indicates this is a reservation person. And if you go to the history, that will show you a running history of all of your waitlists and reservations. And lastly here, if you tap on the gear icon, you could actually turn your reservations off here, so you do not have to log into the cloud. In case you are not able to accept any more reservations for that day, you could just simply turn it off from here. The last section is your reporting. So you can see here, this is your day overview. It essentially shows you everybody that is already reserved, assigned, or has been seated. So in this case, we have a party here with 6 people, another party here with 6 people. They were seated at 10:32, for example. These people were seated at 10:30. And you can see here it's covered by each different section. So if I click on here and go to the 4th floor, I can see my day overview for that specific table layout. Moving on to our day overview, if we go ahead and click on that, this report will show you your busy times. So it is broken down on hourly and 30 minutes. So here you can see that we've got, in this case, 3 a.m. and 3:30 a.m. And the numbers are also added in here for your convenience. So you have 3 people, 3 parties, and you have 17 cover, which is 6 plus 6 plus 5 in here. And then the same number shows up here on the top. And you could just scroll left and right, and it will show you hour by hour how many people you have, either again for reservations or currently on the wait list.